Hey guys, what's going on? Worgy here, and today we're going to be doing some more ATS in just a second. Hey guys, what's going on? Worgy here, and today we're going to be doing some more ATS. There we go, I think I got it fixed now, guys. Give me 1 second here to get my chat up, all that kind of good stuff. And we're ready to rock. Now today's stream is going to be a little short, guys. Shorter. My wife's in town right now. She'll be grabbing something to eat, so I probably got like a couple hours. Then the stream will take a little break, and then I shall return a little bit later. Oop. And I forgot to update my miles today. So that matter, let's see how. Ooh, that's kind of outdated. I'm over 110, so we're just gonna put 110,000 for right now. I think we're actually at 112, but we'll be good with that. Today's miles so far is my first load, so there we go. All right, now we're good. I think Streamlabs was having a problem yesterday with what the pulled up on everything was. But they pushed out an update today, and it seemed to correct everything I was having problems with yesterday. So we should be good to go. Actually, there might not be. Nope, we're not. 1 second ago, look at this character. I don't know what the hell is going on with my fucking Streamlabs. Just give me 1 second here, guys. Start with this. Alright. I still can't for the life of me. I don't know. It was working earlier and now it's not. Oops. Alright, we should be good now, guys. We'll try to figure that out on the days off or something. I thought it was fixed. Chat's fixed now. Alright, and we're off. Right now, guys, we're heading up to Hobbs, I believe. Oh, shit, yeah, it is. Like I said, guys, probably around 4, we'll probably be cutting this off. So this one's going to be kind of a short one. We should have enough time to get this load done and start another one, and then we'll see what happens. And again, guys, I've been telling everyone all day yesterday, but little bit does have an infected tooth now. We're hoping she can get it pulled out. What's up, man?
How you doing, driver? How's things going out there?
Pretty good.
You out late tonight or driving?
What do you say? I didn't hear what he said. Anyway, oh, Little Bear is an infected tooth. We're hoping to get it yanked Wednesday. If she does, she'll be participating in the Friday stream. If she doesn't, Friday stream will be maybe, maybe not. We'll just have to see. And tonight I am going to push to get 120,000 miles, or yeah, get up to 120. Right now we're at 112. We'll see if that happens or not, but you know, it's not going to be something that just has to happen, but I just like it to happen. A lot more trucks are getting on now. Earlier there were like 9. And then we had that truck that looked like a jackknife back there. And right now, guys, we have just a little over 1,300 miles. We're heading to Hobbs. We'll probably have enough time to do this load. Maybe a second one, but that second one's probably going to be questionable at best. So for right now, I'm just planning on doing this one load. We'll do part of the second, and then we'll continue that second load when I get back from meeting. But we might have. I don't know. It fluctuates anywhere from about. Right now it's 1:48. She should be back anywhere from about 4:30 to 5. Shouldn't be any later than that. But I do have I think at least 4 loads set up, so we got about 8,000 miles worth of loads, and that's enough that will get me to 120,000 miles for the month. Oh. And back onto the stream for Friday, guys. We are planning on doing we did a 24-hour stream Friday, last Friday, and it was kind of rough, not gonna lie. So we're gonna start doing mileage streams where we just set a mileage goal. Once we hit it, then we can stop at any point. So Fridays we're gonna start trying to do 20,000 miles. Kind of gonna see how long that takes us to do this Friday, and we'll see how often we're able to do that. I'm thinking we can do it in probably like 16, 17 hours. And that's factoring in like all the various breaks and stuff like that you need to take throughout the stream. Last time we did it, we had a lot of holdups, and it actually we just ate up a lot of time just sitting idle. So I think if we're just a little more disciplined with it this time, we could easily get it down below 16 hours. We're getting there. Hey, Plum Nasty, man. How you doing, dude? I was a convoy the other day. Yeah, I seen a motherfucker not long ago. Almost right when I got on, actually. He's out there trucking. I'm doing pretty good. Little Bear has a infected tooth. We're hoping that she can get it pulled Wednesday, but other than that, we're doing good. But she's in a lot of pain. Tooth pain, man, that ain't no joke. Whoa. I think tooth pain is about the worst kind of pain. Like it doesn't lighten up. It's just constant. And it's not one of those pains that I mean, I suppose you could try to tough through it, but God, man, it's so horrible. JP, man, what's going on, dude? How you doing? Friday, guys, we're gonna be doing another. Last Friday we did 24-hour stream. This Friday we're gonna do 20,000 miles. I think I can do 20,000 miles a little bit less than 24, and it'll be a little easier on me. And if it goes well, if I can get it down to like, you know, I'm thinking we'll get it in like 16, 17 hours. I'm probably gonna start doing that like every Friday, maybe Saturday, but for sure Fridays. But it all boils down to how quickly we can get it done. When I did the 24, we had a lot of holdups, and it ate up a lot of time. So I think we just need to be a little more disciplined with, you know, people holding us up basically. And I think we can get it down to like 16, 17 hours. But I think I ended up cutting the stream a little short. I think we ended up at like 22 hours. And we fell just short of 22,000 miles. So it's pretty good. When's St. Patrick's Day? Is that coming up? I'm the worst person with holidays, man. I can't lie. Like half the time, I would go to work, but my boss is always like, yeah, remember you don't work this day because it's this holiday. In fact, one day it was my birthday and I actually forgot. That's not even a joke, dude. I literally remembered it when I was already at work. I was like, oh wait, today's my birthday. Okay, I got you. And today's, or this part of the stream is going to be kind of short, guys. This started, it was probably like 1:30, something around there. And Little Bear should be home by 4:30 to 5. And we're going to have to grab a bite to eat. And then I'll be back a little bit later. Okay. I ain't too far off. Unfortunately, that's not the day I get off, though. Unfortunately. I get off most holidays, but that ain't one of them. We get off like New Year's and all the major holidays. Christmas, Thanksgiving. We actually get off for a couple. I'm like, we really get off for this day, but I'm not going to argue with it. That's never more the truth right there, man. When I was a cop, I used to St. Patrick's Day, New Year's, and 4th of July. I hated them all. Fucking the worst days as a cop to work. And to be honest, Christmas and Thanksgiving isn't the greatest either because people's families get together, and I guess the only way they can be around family is to get drunk. Last New Year's I worked as a cop. I was a MP in the Marine Corps, and we had a total of 5 gates on our base. And on the gate that I worked, we had, I think it was 25 DUIs. And that was just one gate. I think we ended up with a total, it was something like 60 or something like that was the total number. Yeah, same to you, Plum Nasty. Take care, dude. Thanks for stopping by. And then to make things worse, on New Year's, they always, for some reason, they had this big party on the beach on our base. And most beaches in California you can't. I think it's you can't drink canned beer, or that was a rule. I just can't remember. It's been too long. But our beach didn't have that rule, and so everyone, even off our base, would come to our beach, and it would just get ridiculous, just ridiculous. Hey, thanks for following, man. Much appreciated, dude. I hear that one, man. Alright guys, we're about to hit the 5. Again, this stream will be kind of a short one. Once Little Bear gets back, it's going to be time for me to take off for a little bit and get something to eat. But we'll be back in like, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour. I'm going to try to hit 120,000 miles in a day for the month, of course, not in one day. We're getting close to that, so I don't think I just would need like 8,000 miles. And this one will put me at, actually after this load I'll just need 6,000 miles. I'm trying to average 10,000 miles every day, and that will put me at over 300,000 for the month. That's my goal. No particular reason, just a goal. And also, those were that I just said it, but I'll say it again. Little Bear has a really bad infected tooth, so you guys probably won't see much of her until that tooth gets pulled. It might be. We're hoping it gets pulled Wednesday. That's when she has the appointment. But if it's pretty standard. If you have any kind of infection, you're put on antibiotics for a week or two, and then that's when the tooth will get pulled.
Looking for drivers.
And so I'm really not anticipating it getting pulled Wednesday. Little Bear seems to think it will, but I think that's just her being optimistic. I guess we'll see.
Technically, all we need is what? 2 more drivers? 3?
What do you average? Roughly 1,000 miles per hour?
You guys just start
in an hour and a half, I get about 2,000 miles. That's from Astoria to Hobbs. Honestly, I don't know what they're gonna do. Little Bear just wants the tooth yanked out. She's had constant problems with it, but I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Root canals suck. When I was little, I had 4 of them, man. I had 4 of them in like 2 days. I think it was 2 days, and it was not pleasant. True, but she's had so many problems with this too. I've told her forever that she needed to go to the dentist over that tooth, and so now then she was complaining how bad it was hurting the other day. I'm like, it wouldn't be hurting if you went to the dentist when I told you to originally. And she's like, now's not the time. I'm like, okay, well, Worgy wins nonetheless. True. I think at this point she's in so much pain that she's fine with whatever they do. She just wants the pain to stop. But again, if she just got it taken care of to begin with, she wouldn't be here right now with the pain, so. But hopefully Wednesday they'll do something for her. I think that's one of them trucks that was forming that convoy back there. And it should be hitting the 5 guys. We'll probably have enough time. We'll probably finish this load up, and we might have enough time for a second load. But we also might just get part of it done. We'll just have to see. Oh shit. And we finally broke down, guys, and we're getting Little Bear G29 steering wheel. And when we did that 24-hour stream, her fingertips were sore afterwards. Alright, we have to get you a wheel. Little Bear didn't really want one, but I think she's really starting to like this game. And she's going to need one. I mean, that's all there is to it. This game's fine to play with keyboard or controller, but Will's obviously the better of everything. I don't think I could even go back to a keyboard after playing with a wheel. I think I just stopped playing until I got a new wheel. But we're getting that, and we're going to pick up the heavy hauler control box. Which that'll be about a 2-month wait, but it'll be worth it. Pretty much. That's pretty much it right there. I honestly, like, even when I play, because there was a time, it didn't last very long, because as soon as I started playing this game, I was like, okay, I know I like this game. I went and bought a wheel right then. But I think, like, Little Bear's put 54,000 miles with keyboard this month. I don't think I could do that. I'm just being honest here. I gotta give it to her. That's pretty good to do with a keyboard. And she has, like, no wrecks. Most people driving with a keyboard, or sometimes even controllers, they have a decent amount of wrecks under their belts, because it just takes a little bit of a flinch and you're running into someone. Now she's had a little, like, fender benders. Sometimes she'll actually hit a railing, but she never actually ran into someone. And honestly, it's rare that she runs into the railing. It happens here and there. Hell, it happens to me every now and then with the fucking wheel. So. Yeah, the keyboard's rough, man. It really is. we're planning on getting I'd like to get basically it's a racing rig, just like people that play race sims, but I'd like one that looks closer to a truck. But someone said you can buy I think it's dashboard simulators or something like that. It was a company that supposedly makes them or something along those lines, and I'm going to try to look into that. But if I can't find anything that looks close to a truck, I'm just going to buy a racing simulator rig and just try to make it as close to a semi as I can, I guess. But we plan on getting those, but we're going to get 3 monitors first. So the plan right now is, so a little bit I got the steering wheel, we're going to get the heavy hauler control box, then we're going to get shifter extensions, then the 3 monitors, then the race rig. And that's probably like I'd say a year down the road plan. That's not like I'm not dropping that much money right now. Because the race rigs alone will cost for one of them you're looking at a minimum of $1,000 to get a decent one. You can get them a little cheaper, but I'd rather just buy a really good one right off the bat, and hopefully it lasts a while. And once I get the race rig, I might even go out and get a direct drive wheel. I'm not sure. I definitely won't be getting one of the nice ones. If I do get one of those kind of wheels, I'll get the cheaper one. The cheap ones cost $1,000, so I'm not really wanting to fork over too awful much. Which I guess at that point I would have dropped several $1,000s into it already. So I guess we're well past not dropping much money into it. Now that I'm doing the math in my head here. Spicy chicken patties. JP likes his spicy chicken. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's cheap. Honestly, buying like I know that's a lot of money, but when I just stick with one game, I'm telling you, I spend so much money on games if I'm bouncing around. So it's actually, I know it's a lot of money, but it's actually a lot less than probably what I would spend normally. If I'm not hooked on a game, then I'm out buying just tons of games, and it gets quite expensive. Not lying. Vanilla bean ice cream, I like that. We get Bluebell vanilla bean, pretty good. I think they just sell it in Oklahoma, but it may have went nationwide. I can't remember, but I don't know if anyone listens to the news, but they've had a couple of health scares. So I really don't, when I was younger I ate that kind of ice cream. I don't really do that anymore. They had a few too many health scares. I forgot what they found something in their warehouses. And so I try to stay away from that ice cream now. I think it might even kill people or made people really sick, or I can't remember. When I was in the Marine Corps, and like I lived in the barracks, and so my entire paycheck I could just blow. Like I had no bills. It was all spending money. And we had a wall locker in our barracks, and I had so many video games and consoles, and it was ridiculous. Like I have a straight up problem. Turkey Hill ice cream. Never even heard of that one. But I like chocolate. Chocolate ice cream, just plain chocolate. And cookies and cream, that's good too. But I'll eat just about any ice cream. Another one that's good is who makes that? It's called Jerry Garcia, but I can't remember the maker of it. They sell it in those little big pints. I can't remember what it's called though. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. Yep, there we go. Yep, Ben and Jerry's. I couldn't remember it. And most of Ben and Jerry's ice cream, I don't like a whole lot of shit mixed into the ice cream. But the Cherry Garcia I like. My wife, when she was younger, used to work at Brahms. I like that. That's one job I don't think I could work in fast food. I don't have the patience for people, man. Like, I'd end up ripping them over the fucking counter. Like, people go to a fast food restaurant. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand customer comes first, all that crap. You don't go to a fucking fast food restaurant and expect 5-star service. I mean, let's face it, this is not gonna happen. And like, hell, if you order a cheeseburger and you get a cheeseburger, be happy you got that. They fuck my order up all the time. And you know what I do? I keep my fucking mouth shut and eat whatever they give me. Cause I ain't about to send my food back. Motherfuckers will spit in that shit. Yeah, mate, you talking about like homemade ice cream? Yeah, that shit's good, dude. Yeah, we used to have like a ice cream maker. We used to make ice cream all the time. Good. My parents, I don't know what they even did to it, but like, they would make, they called it snow ice cream, and like, they always said, like there had to be so many snows that year, or some shit like that. Anyway, they'd take snow that had snowed, obviously, and you wanted like a pretty good amount of snow, not just like an inch. And they would make, like, it was basically vanilla ice cream out of the snow somehow. It was really good. I'm not sure if a lot of people have eaten that kind of ice cream, but it was good. Well, talking about all this food making me hungry now. I remember one time, I attempted to make fudge. Like real fudge, not that, like, what is it? no bake fudge. Not that kind, like actual fudge. And that's when I realized I'm really awful at trying to make candy. Or I mean, I consider like any kind of like where the temperatures really matter, because a lot of times candy you have to boil at certain degrees, all that kind of craziness, and I can't do that kind of shit. Another time, I don't know if anyone's heard of it. It's called the Divinity. It's like fudge, but it has a little bit different texture and it's white. And that shit, like, you really got to know how to make that shit, or you'll fuck it up quick. And I fucked mine up bad. Back then I did, but I was really young. This is back like I was probably just out of the Marine Corps, so I was like, I don't know, fucking 23, something around there, 24. And I've heard Divinity, the humidity, like it's not just, you know, you have to get it to a certain temperature and all that stuff, but the humidity itself needs to be just right, or it won't set up right and stuff. Anyway, mine turned into pancakes, so I had white pancakes. I still ate that shit. I spent too long trying to make it. I was eating it. Looked like shit. It tasted alright. It didn't taste like Divinity, but it tasted good. Now my sister, she can make candy. All kinds of candy. And my fudge, it was okay-ish, like, but it wasn't set up like fudge should. Like if you threw it in the refrigerator for a while, it would like kind of get, you know, the hardness that you're looking for. But if you like set it out, it would turn like it was like soft. Okay. So I know so little about cooking anyway. It was probably a task I never should have tried to tackle. Oh, maybe. Well, then I probably really fucked it up. Ah, see? Well, maybe that was what I was doing wrong. Because I was just like, this ain't setting up. So I tried to stick it in the refrigerator for a while. And it would start to get a little bit, like you know what I'm talking about. But then if you let it set out, I don't know, it was weird. But I think fudge is one of those things you gotta practice to get good at. Or at least I would have to get good at it. Well guys, we're down to about 570 miles, and right now we're heading to Hobbs. And we'll probably have time to at least start the second trip, but my wife will probably be back before we get back, so. Okay. Well, that explains part of what we're on there. My aunt, now, she could cook, like, she made the best fudge I've ever eaten. But I think a lot of it, like, you know, that they were born in the 30s, you know, back when, you know, well, you know, women stayed home, cooked, all that kind of stuff. So she made everything from scratch. And, oh man, her food was so good. Yeah, that's, little bear just got her, or we just ordered her to do 29. It's a good investment. I mean, especially if you like playing, you know, racers or truck simulators, all that kind of stuff. Yep, that's the exact same thing we did, dude, and the exact same reason. Yeah, she's getting the G29, and I'm gonna get the. We're gonna get the heavy hauler control box as well. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I think someone followed, but it's not showing me for some reason. But thank you for the sub or follow. Ours came in a bundle, so she actually got the shifter with it as well. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying, but I don't speak whatever you're asking. Sorry. I have no fun clue what that's about. Apparently I need to mod Streamlabs over there. I'll mod them later. And give me a second, guys, and I'll pull over because someone followed or did something, and I was screwing with my stream earlier because I've had nothing but problems the last 2 days with Streamlabs. I can't get it to recognize the display. I've always streamed on my display, and I did it that way because that way whatever game I happen to be playing will always just pick it up. I don't have to worry about setting up, you know, a game scene. And for some reason, starting yesterday, whenever I launch ATS, it just goes black. And so I've been having to do an actual game capture instead of display capture. Rich the Gamer. Seen him a few times. It was last 2 days. It really kind of is, dude. Like, to be honest, I like all the tools and functions it has. But the only problems I really have, or have had, is with just the last 2 days. Most of the time, now when I first started, it was a pain in the ass. But I've been using it long enough where I know all the tricks and all that crap. And so I've pretty much got most things that I want working. But I mean, I don't know. I've been using a display capture for the longest time. And then yesterday it just stopped. And it will like if I shut down Streamlabs and bring it back up and I set up a display capture, it will work fine. And literally the second I launch ATS, it just goes black. And so I don't know if it's something to do with ATS or it's probably Streamlabs. I mean, like I said, I've done it forever. So it wasn't like nothing changed. Something changed. Like they did an update and something in an update fucked stuff up, I think. OBS was a lot simpler, and I also I've used quite a few different tools. I've used OBS, and I actually liked it as a more simplified version. Then we got what the fuck's it called? It's doing a video. I think it's Shadowplay. I've used Shadowplay. I actually like Shadowplay. The only thing I don't like is it don't have chroma key capabilities. Alright, give me 1 second here, guys. Light Gamer, thanks for the sub, man. And give me 1 second. There we go. And we're back off. Oh, sometimes my shifter doesn't want to go into gear. There we go. Does anyone here use a Fanatic steering wheel? Because I've been looking at them, and everyone tells me how great they are. But they really don't look a lot more impressive than even a damn Logitech, but they're a lot more expensive. And I wonder what the difference is. Like, it doesn't really look all that great. I mean, not, because like I think their top end wheels like $1,200. And I'm fine paying that much, but like, is it worth it? Is basically what I'm getting at. I have a really hard time finding stuff on YT. Oh, YouTube. Stream-wise, it can be, I agree with you on that. It can be quite challenging. They need to make it a little more simplistic to be able to find streams and stuff. Like, I agree with you. I think it's kind of like hard to find streams and stuff unless you like follow them or something, and then it will show up underneath your notifications. But if you just want to, like, you know, like on Twitch where you can like look for certain games and stuff like that, if that exists on YouTube, I haven't found it. Alright, and we're off. And now Friday, guys, myself, Godspeed, he's another guy that I drive with, possibly Little Bear if she gets her tooth fixed. We're going to do a 20,000 mile stream, which will probably end up being like 16, 17 hours. I'm hoping it's not longer. We did a 24-hour stream last Friday, and we just fell short at 22,000 miles. But that's after I cut it a little short. I think I stopped at about 22 hours. And so I'm wanting to be able to do that same thing, but I'd like to be able to do it on a more regular basis. So that's why we're doing a mileage goal rather than like a 24-hour stream. And if it goes well, I might start doing that every Friday. Maybe even every Saturday. It really depends on how long it takes. Yesterday I played a little bit of Coast to Coast. It's pretty fun. I like single player a lot, but I don't know, multiplayer is just I like it a lot better. It's not realistic. Like single player is where you want to go for realism. I mean, there's no traffic hardly ever. Even when the servers are full, it's really you're pretty limited on the amount of traffic that you'll see on the roads. But I just like being able to drive with others. Like, if it wasn't for multiplayer, Little Bear would never touch this game. Like, she likes being able to drive with me, and she won't play single player at all. And she's like that with any game that we play. She's fine playing just about any game I ever ask her to play, as long as it has multiplayer. If it just is strictly single player, she won't play it. I can't think of one single player game that Little Bear actually plays. It's all multiplayer. Oh yeah. It just, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Godspeed's talked about how they're supposed to be incorporating traffic into multiplayer. I haven't seen anything on that, but I don't even know how they would do that. Like, I guess they could create a server with traffic, and that would be fine. If people want to go there and drive with traffic, more power to them. But if they tried to add traffic onto all servers, what that would do to convoys is, like, it would destroy multiplayer. And I think that might just be rumor. I just don't see that happening. Oh, your wife's gonna be playing ATS? Yeah, it took me a while to get little bear to play. She played a long time ago, and she didn't care for it the last time. Okay, that's cool. The key is, like, basically what I did is I got her on and introduced her to all the people in the VTC, and you know, once she bonded with a few of them, then she enjoyed talking to them, and they have to have that, I don't know. I don't know what I'm even trying to say, but once Little Bear connects with someone, she normally starts enjoying it. And then I found Little Bear was even doing she was doing loads even without me home, and that's when I knew. I was like, okay, she's liking it. She's liking it. Animal Crossing. I don't think I've ever played that one. What's that about? Okay, I got you. Alright, okay, I got you. Yeah, I haven't played in the last Nintendo I played was the original Wii that came out. Nintendo, the console, I don't know. This seems like it's just not on par with the others. I really love Nintendo. I mean, they have Mario, and I mean, I don't know, they're just kind of dropping the ball in my eyes. Supposed to be for kids games where you go around doing crap in a virtual town. Okay. Well, it's taken me a while to get Little Bear to that point, because I wanted her to stream, and I mean, if there's too many streams out there where you join it and it's just this. And that's their stream, but for hours. And so I talked to Little Bear, and I was like, I know you sound like a crazy person, but you have to talk. Like, if you're gonna stream, you have to talk, or no one's gonna stay. People's gonna pop in, they're gonna see you don't talk, and then they're gonna move on. That's just the way it works. I do the same thing. If I go into a stream and they're not even talking, I'm out. And most of the time, if I don't see a camera, I'm out too. I haven't got Little Bear to that point. I don't think I'm going to get her to that point. But Little Bear doesn't. She does not want a camera. Ah, true. I could see that on the Nintendo. But me, like, when I first started streaming, I was the same way. I think everyone that probably started streaming wasn't exactly fond of having a camera. But I don't know, I'm at that age where I really could give two shits less what people want to make comments about me. I'm well past, you know, people can call me fat, or I've been called all kinds of stuff. It don't bother me. And Little Bear would get legitimately pissed off if someone like said something like that. I think a lot of women would, actually. And so I get it. Yes, exactly. Like, that's the when you, especially when you're first starting. I mean, you have 0 followers, So there's no one that's going to be dropping by until they click on you, and you have literally seconds to make them want to stay and talk. I'm a sexy beast. More often than not, when I get trolls, I make them leave in anger because they try to get under my skin. But I mean, like I tell them, you're gonna have to bump it up a notch if you're gonna get under my skin. Like little kid insults aren't gonna do it. In fact, they'll probably end up getting themselves banned trying to insult me because, I mean, you really have to get cold-blooded. But Little Bear's come quite a ways with her stream. I think she's actually enjoying it. Now, like now, people starting to come into her stream and talk to her, and I think she's really starting to enjoy it. Yeah, me too, man. Me too on the trolls. That's a good idea. I like that actually. Whoa. Alright, we're almost there, guys. 144 miles. Then we'll be making a return trip to, I think, Hobbs. Aren't we going to the story right now? Yep, Hobbs. And then we'll probably, let's see here. More than likely we won't be able to make it all the way back down to Hobbs before Little Bear will get back, and it's going to be time to eat. And then I'll return like probably like 30 minutes or an hour, something around there. Dude, that's awesome. I really do like that. That's a good idea. And when Little Bear first started streaming too, because originally we were streaming, we were starting to get going. My internet went complete shit, and we took like, I don't know, it seemed like 3 or 6 months, something around there, and we couldn't stream at all. And we could have streamed, it just would have been really low quality, and so I opted just not to stream at all until I got my internet fixed. And but during that time, Little Bear really didn't talk. And now that she's come back, like she's just over there flapping her gums, and she's been really doing good at it. I like that. And I really don't get a whole lot of trolls over on ATS. Now, other games that I've streamed, I've gotten a decent amount. And probably most of my trolls come from Mixer for some reason. But it's mainly a console platform. And I mean, not saying there aren't children over on Twitch as well. I mean, obviously there's lots of them. But I think it's more common for console gaming. Oh, you mean like yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. No, I've had trolls in game. Not really a whole lot of them. Not in comparison to ATS days. But I have had them. Or I think I meant ETS days. ETS, But there's just so many more people over there, so you really can't compare the two games. But ATS has a ton of them. If you can just make it to your destination without being hit, you've accomplished something. Oh, okay, I got you. Yep. So far, I've only had like actual in-game trolls. I've only had one that was like literally trolling us. Like he followed us for over 1,000 miles. He was running into it. One time he zoomed past us, and then he went down the wrong lane and hit us at probably going like over 90 miles an hour. Wrecked me and the little bear, and then we kind of piled up, and then other trucks were coming in behind us, hitting us from behind. And but he got banned, so some good came of it. I like that. How often do you stream, man? I didn't know you streamed. I'll drop you a follow. I used to do the same. I pretty much just do ATS now. There was a time where I was like, you know, I was always like, well, what do people want to watch? But now I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stream what I want to stream. And I just like playing ATS. Which I do like playing other games. It's just, I don't know, I really get attached to one game and I don't let it go. That's the reason why I played WoW for 12 years. I played that game forever. And I don't know, I mean, I might lose interest in ATS, but I'm really enjoying it now. That's what matters. That's a good idea, dude, actually. The barbecue idea, that's definitely unique. Alright guys, we are here. Now if I remember right, we have to go in on the right side. I should have dropped it lower, but I didn't. Well, that's cool. Alright. Yep. We went the right way. There's a guy in ATS that streams himself sleeping. In fact, he's not even streaming himself sleeping. I don't know if you guys have seen him. I'm not going to mention his name because that's like bashing. But it's not. If you look really closely, you can tell it's just he took a picture of himself in a position that looks like he's sleeping. He's not there. It's just a picture. I don't know why you would do that. And from the comments on his stream, they don't understand it either, because he's destroying his channel. There we go. Ah, okay, I got you. Alright guys, we got 2,040 miles there. Ah! Let's see. I actually watched I forgot what it was. It was I watched it over on YouTube the other day. I was at work, and it was they were shooting off an unmanned spaceship. I wanted to say to Mars, but I might be wrong. To see if humans would be able to make the flight, something along those lines. It's pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not real big into it. Like, I don't know all the ins and outs of, you know, space travel and shit, but it interests me. I watched it for, I don't know, like 30 minutes or an hour. Oh, that's cool. I don't remember the title of it now, for the life of me. Well, no, maybe this was streamed, shit. This was streamed live, it was probably last week. Now, it could have very well just been some sort of recording. I mean, you can easily, but that's what the stream was claiming, that it was, they were sending these, to Mars, and it was being streamed live. Like, I actually saw the rocket take off. But again, I mean, you could easily, you know, dupe people and that kind of stuff. This one had, there was no crew in it at all. Whoa, watch it, truck. Oh, I need to update my miles real quick, guys. I just normally round it, so we'll just put 2,000 there. And there we go. Now we're good. Oh, I keep forgetting shit. GPS now. Alright, let's make sure we go by a gas station. We go by that one. The 40. And there we go. Alright, and now we're going back down the hops, guys. And hopefully by the time we get done eating and all that kind of stuff, Godspeed might be on. He works 10-hour shifts, so sometimes he gets on, sometimes he doesn't. He varies. And Little Bear, she's feeling good. She might do a load or two with me. She did one last night, and I was actually surprised. She was in a lot of pain, so I'm not sure if she'll do one tonight or not. But she said she couldn't sleep, so she might as well drive. And I'm like, okay. I don't think I would have. I mean, she was really hurting. Well, you could tell she didn't even want to talk. Which I don't blame her. I mean, she has a toothache, so. I'm hoping Washington State gets here soon. I'm hoping, me and Little Bear may, she thinks it's going to be June, and I think I went with April. I think April's too soon though. I think it might be, maybe May, maybe June. I don't think it'll be any later than June though. Because they've released quite a few photos and stuff of the work they've done, screenshots, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to assume it's at least really close to being done. Shit. I had to stop quick. I thought this was a gas station where I had one on the corner, and this is one where you had to turn. So I dropped it down at first. I did a Godspeed maneuver there. Alright. Alright, we're gonna fuel up and then we should be good to go all the way down to I think we're going to Hobbs. Yeah, Hobbs. Alright, just give me 1 second here, guys. Alright. And another thing I'm looking forward to, though, I really hope they start releasing a few more trucks. I was talking to a few other viewers, and I'd be fine paying for DLC. Like, they could offer that as an incentive to get more trucks into the game, even. Like, maybe offer, like, a percentage of whatever the DLC sells. I don't know. I'm fine paying for them. I mean, I think they've always released trucks for free, I believe. I can't remember any I paid for. But it could be a way of incentive, giving the companies an incentive to allow them to put it into the game. I know they already have the, I think it's international, and what's it called? I think Western Star or West Star, or maybe that is the internet. I can't remember. They got 2 trucks done. All they need to do is cross the T's, dot the I's type of thing. But the article I read on that was back in August of 18. And so they've had quite some time now, and it's still obviously not in the game. Alright, we're cruising. And I'm hoping once Washington State gets here, we'll have, I'm really hoping for about 2,700 miles. But I think that might be a bit high, I don't know. If they put Texas in, which I don't think that's gonna, I think Texas is actually gonna be one of the last states to be put out because it's so large. But if they did make Texas next, that would give, that would add like, probably over 1,000 miles just in Texas. I mean, that's a fucking enormous state. I hope. I mean, they'll make it just that much quicker. But seriously, like, I mean, at the rate they're going, like, it's just gonna take forever for them to. And I don't know if the ultimate goal is to get all of America done or not. I hope it is. But I mean, if you look at the map right now, they have pretty much all the way over to like Oklahoma and Texas. So I mean, maybe the goal is just to do the west side of the United States. I don't know, but. Yeah, it really is. Like I think that probably they'll, like I'm kind of thinking like Idaho might be next. They'll start working their way up and down until they get over, leaving Texas the very last one. I could be completely wrong, but I think Texas will be the last one on the west side. A little bit. I mean, if you look at what ATS, I mean, they release entire countries for similar prices. You get a lot more content normally, and so I do agree with you. I mean, I think they need to be releasing more states, doing like a bundle. So maybe you get 4 states for $17.99. I'm fine paying that for 4 states. $11.99 might be a little cheap. I don't know. I'd have to see how much. It depends on how much can I drive if I buy those 4 states. I mean, I think they should, like if it's 4 really small states, I think $11.99 would be about a good price. If it's 4, decent sized states, I think $17.99 would be appropriate. But 1 state, like you just said, $11.99. I mean, you're going to be paying a lot of money to complete all of America, but by then they'll have bundles. They'll have to. There won't be a choice. I mean, because then you'll end up wanting to join your friends, and then they're like, oh, you don't own all the states, and then you'll feel obligated to fork out $300 on states. True, you do make a good point there. I would like them to. I would like them to be aiming for at least 5 states a year, and I would like more than that. But and I mean, I agree with you that $11.99 is too much, but I'll pay it. I'm just gonna be honest. But I mean, like I said, I think if they did increase the amount of states they release, they would start doing bundles to make it easier on people. Yeah. I've been arguing that for it don't make any sense. Like if multiplayer goes away, this game dies. And I would still be here playing. If there was no multiplayer, I'd still be playing single player. But the vast majority of people that play this game would not be here still. So you're allowing a bunch of modders, which they've done a great job with, to have such a big part of your community right in their palm of their hands. And I mean, it's kind of dumb, just to be honest. And not to mention, when I first started playing, I started in ETS, been playing for many years. And when I first started playing, I'd played, I don't know, I'd say 1 to 2 years before I even knew multiplayer existed. And there are plenty of other people out there as well. I have people pop in stream all the time and ask me how to even get on multiplayer. And then I have to explain the process. It would just make it easier if there was like multiplayer, you click there and then you hit connect. Real simple. I'd like a multiplayer like if you played Farm Simulator. I want to be able to, and I think that's what you're talking about. So you create your own private server essentially. You can put your own mods on. So if you want to do coast to coast, great, do it. And then people that connect into your private session have to have the exact same mods. And if they don't, they can't. And I think that'd be badass. But it could potentially separate the population like a ridiculous amount. I don't know. Because to be honest with ATS, a lot of times there's not a lot of people playing anyway. Now they peak at like 3, 4, anywhere from about 3 to 600. But often I'll get on, like especially early in the mornings, and like when was that? I think it might have been this morning actually. There was like 25 people on the American server, but we're talking like 3 a.m. in the morning. So I mean, not a lot of people's up during that time. Another good point, dude. I mean, it really is a good point. But and then you could also make the argument though. Okay, like we're trying to be logical about what the current population is. I mean, when more states got released, it might even out the populations between ETS and ATS. It very well could. Like that, for the longest time, when ATS was launched, I still played ETS just because it was so much larger and I could drive further. Because I like doing really long hauls. That's always been my forte. But when it does get larger, it could very well increase the population tremendously. And plus, I mean, it also, like, if people want to drive like a bunch of fucking idiots and they want to create a session doing that kind of shit, they don't have to worry about getting banned. Like, I'm for it. Like, if people want to act a fool and drive all crazy and have some sort of, you know, demolition derby, more power to them. Just don't do it on my game. So it would eliminate the need for bans, really. Because the players could, if someone was being a fool, they could just kick them out of their session. Easy peasy. Oh man, this work week's been kind of tiring to me, but I just got 2 more days and then we'll be able to drive hard. I'm gonna try to do 20,000 miles Friday and Saturday, but we'll see. It really will boil down to how long it takes me to do the 20,000 on Friday. If it takes me a long time, then I'll probably I'll cut back on Saturday. And if we get done with this load, guys, the plan will be, see, this will put me, the plan will try to do, when I get back, we'll try to do another 2 loads. And then it's probably going to be close to call it quits. But we'll see. Oh, there's a nice global guy. Me and Little Bear know a few of those guys. I don't know that guy though. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. I still haven't figured out why that's spamming. I think the bot over there, I think I need to disable the mixer bot because it ends up spamming the mixer guys. But right now, guys, we just went under 1,700 miles. We're heading down to Hobbs. I'm hoping we can make it down there before the wife gets back. But if she does, we'll have to cut it a little short, but I will be back in like 30 minutes to an hour or so. Oh, thanks for the host as well, man. Much appreciated. But like I was saying, we'll grab back to E real quick, and hopefully Little Bear will be able to do some loads with us as well. But like I've been saying, she has a really bad infected tooth. She's been in a lot of pain, so no promises on her. She may or may not. Yesterday she did 1 load, but she was in a lot of pain, so I'm not really expecting her to do anything right now. And so Little Bear will be inconsistent with her stream, obviously, as well as myself. There'll be times where I might not be able to stream, have to take care of her and our son. So, for a week or 2, I'll just have to stream when I can, basically. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for the host. Whoa. I do hope to make the roads a little. I don't want them just straight, but I would like them a little less curvy than Oregon. Oregon's a pretty curvy motherfucker. But it might be like that, I don't know. Never been to Oregon. Actually, I have been to Oregon. It's just when I was younger, I was on the road with my dad a lot. So I have been there, but I couldn't tell you a damn thing about it. The only places I remember when I was little, when I was going with my dad, are the ones that kind of stand out. Like, you know, I saw the Statue of Liberty when we went through New York. And when I say saw, I mean literally, we were driving by and I saw it. Not that I actually went up and, you know, like toured it or nothing. I didn't go inside it. Oop. Just wait for Nebraska. What is it, Kirby? I know you used to, I think it's Ohio. When I was on the road with my dad, it had so much construction in Ohio that, like, I guess it was like the #1 state for like construction zones, pretty much. And so like you go to gift shops and they had T-shirts, like talking about how you've been to Ohio, and the whole shirt was just covered in construction type shit. So I'm wondering if Ohio would be nothing but construction zones. Ah, okay. So that'll be kind of nice. So they're supposed to have 2 map teams working on this right now, but I can't tell different because they didn't have 2 teams working on it the whole time since the game's released. They've added a second team, but the rate that they're releasing maps hasn't gone up at all. So it makes me wonder what the second team's doing. Well, we just went under 1,600 miles, guys. I'm hoping we can beat Little Bear. I think we'll have enough. We might even have enough time. See, it's only 3:15. I think she normally gets back at 4:30, so I think we're gonna have enough time to finish this load as well. I didn't think we would. The second team is trying not to suck at their job, pretty much. I'd like to see them add a few more teams. Like, they should be pumping this shit out. That's all I'd like to see. Because at the rate we're going, the people actually playing this game will be long and dead before this, before the United States is done. People my age have no chance. Even the younger people probably have no chance. I like that. Well, I did something to my knee today. I don't know what the fuck I did. I'm just getting old, I guess. Every time I bend my knee, it like feels like it's about to break. I like that. I know. Pretty much. I had really bad knees from the Marine Corps. When I was in the Marines, I know exactly where I fucked it up at. In boot camp. And it just progressively got worse afterwards, but they had this, it was supposed to be like a combat simulator. And like you got explosions going off, it's fucking loud, it sounds like fucking machine gun going off. You had to crawl underneath all this barbed wire and shit. And it was just a solid slab of rock. And by the time I got to the end of it, my knee was just fucking a bloody mess. And I still think I fucked my knee up. Yeah, that's my phone, guys. I'm pretty sure I fucked up my knee there. Here, 1 second. Little Bear's texting me. But I'm pretty sure I fucked my knee up there, and it just got progressively worse as I got older. And actually, when I first got out, now mind you, I'm only 24, so I can't really use old age at that point. But even when I got out of the Marines, like if I squat down, my knee would lock up to the point where I'd have to like throw myself on my back and then straighten my knee up. Well, apparently this barrier never ends, so I'm just gonna pull it right here. Just be a second, guys. I'm just gonna see what Little Bear. Yeah. Well, you should see the equipment, man, they give you. Here, 1 second. I got stories. I got stories. 1 second. So, when you're in the Marines, obviously you have to go on hikes and all this kind of crap. And so they give you all this shit gear. Horrible gear. And they gave me this pack. Well, okay, you're carrying... at one point I was carrying like about probably 200-300 pounds worth of shit. And where the I don't know what we call it. It's to protect your... okay, so it's hard to explain what I'm trying to say here. Like there's a little piece of pad at the bottom of most packs, and it's so it doesn't scratch your back. Without that pad, it's just metal on your back. And that's what I had. I had metal on my back. I have a scar on my back from that pack from boot camp. Oh, really? And then Marines also get everything recycled from other branches. So our K9 unit, I was in MP by the way, that's how, I think I already said that actually. We got a retired drug dog from the Air Force. This dog was insane. Like, his owner would get bit all the time. And if you walked by the car, this dog, the car was just rocking because this dog just wanted to rip your fucking head off. He was in college the same time I was, and he was in his mid-30s. Oh, wow. That's a little late to be starting college, but, you know. I guess everyone, some people get a late start. Of course, I guess if he just maybe decided to do it after the Marine Corps. Ah, makes sense. I always liked, sometimes, like, gunnery sergeants and stuff that have been in the Marine Corps for like 30, 40 years. They'd have a medical folder like that. Like, once you're getting into your, like, 30s and 40s, military life, like, it's rough. They break you, like, that's a young person. The young people need to be in the military, not the older. I mean, obviously there needs to be some older people, but there's limitations. There's only so much old folks can handle physically. Like, they do need older people for leadership and all that kind of stuff, but it's rough. Like, they'll have you. I mean, you think about it. Like, if you're 40 years old trying to run 20 miles with a pack, that'd kill me right now. Yeah, there's a bunch of us. There's a bunch of us. Some of them are a little more off than others, though. I've run across my share of military people that I'm like, what did they do to you? And I'll be the first to admit, Marines, like they have a tendency of breaking people and make them go a little mental. Like, I'm not making a joke, like, being for real. Marines, they're on a whole nother level compared to a lot of the other branches. Now, I'm not talking special forces, they're on a whole nother area. But Marines, depending on your branch or your unit, they take that, they're not even joking. And they take it to an extreme. Oh, wow. I had a guy, he was infantry, young guy, and he was a little unstable himself. Like, he was all the time talking about how he just wanted to get his first kill. He always was talking about that, and I'm just like, okay, well, whatever. And they call it, basically he was an MP, but he was infantry, and they call it fapping, and I know they call it getting fapped over, and I know that sounds weird. And so it's like the MPs borrowed a member of the infantry, is basically what it is. And he was all the time talking about if he lost one member of his fire team, he would just run in and pull a grenade and kill himself. And I'm just like, what would that solve? But a lot of the guys, especially infantrymen, yeah, often they're a little unbalanced, especially if they've seen combat and just seen a little too much. They pretty much pick anyone, to be perfectly honest. Like, you gotta be, like, I don't know one person's ever been rejected. Like, you have to pass your ASVAB, but, I mean, I took that ASVAB. I wasn't even, like, even when I took it in high school, because they gave it to everyone. And I didn't take it serious. And, I mean, you really, and I'm sure there are people out there that haven't passed it, but like, I could understand maybe if you, like, when you're in school and all that stuff's fresh in your head, like, there should be no way that you fail it. Yeah. I see more people piss themselves when I was in the military than ever, man. I'm not even playing. People are so scared to go ask the drill instructor to go use the restroom that they would just sit there and piss themselves. And I can't even count on both hands how many times I've seen that happen. Another dude shit himself. Another guy, we were doing the rappel. It's about a 100-foot tower. It's not as hard as it sounds. Like, I'm horrified of heights. But I'm perfectly fine with heights as long as I have control out of an airplane. I'm like, the fucking airplane's running, why am I going to jump out of it? That's not happening. But rappelling, that was easy. And this guy he fucked up somehow, and he probably would have died if it wasn't for the drill instructor. But he got flipped upside down. So here he is rappelling off the tower, and somehow, you know, he's facing the ground, upside down. And the drill instructor locked down the rope so he wouldn't fall, and that dude pissed all over himself. It was funny, but not funny at the same time. The hardest part for me on rappelling, because you had to go to the edge, so you had to let the back of your feet go over the edge, and then you just had to drop back. I'm not like, I wanted to just like kind of get out there and then like use my feet and push out. I just didn't want to just drop back. That was really hard for me, and that was the hardest part. Once I dropped back, it was easy. And then, I'm not a very strong swimmer either. Now, I can swim. Like, if you know, something happened, I needed, I could probably swim across a couple swimming pools. But I can't do the crazy shit that they want me to do in the military. Like, I have a hard time floating. And they wanted me to be, like, we just needed to tread water. You could do it however you wanted. And so I was trying to tread water. Well, they teach you a trick in boot camp. You can basically use your camis as a flotation device. And you button up all the buttons all the way to the top. And you blow air in it, and then you hold it really tight around your neck. And you'll just sit there and float. And that's what I was doing. I was like, okay, this is cool. Everything was going great. Then my top button snapped off because I was holding it too tight. And when that happened, obviously, you know, I was starting to sink, so I was going to go to the edge of the pool, figure out what the fuck was going on, and then I was just going to go back at it. But when I tried that, they literally put their boot on my head and pushed me back out into the middle of the fucking water. They almost drowned my ass. Not even playing. They pulled me out. I remember what was happening around me, but I wasn't responding to anything, if that makes sense. And so, I think they called it a shallow water concussion. That's what they said. And, yeah, I've literally not been in the water since that day. You will not get me to go swimming ever again. I'm done. Oh, it was, dude. It was horrible. Like, I've always known I'm not a strong swimmer, but I could save my own life if need be. But I'm not one of those people that's gonna go out there. I'm not the person that's gonna run out and be able to drag someone that's like trying to fight you, like, you know, someone that's trying to drown. I'm not the person you want to send for that. Like, I know that. But, and I could have done what they were asking me to do. They just needed to let me fix my shit. Like, I knew what I was doing. But when they kicked me back out in the middle of the water, it, like, I don't know. Like, it really fucked with me. I was like, what am I supposed to do now? So apparently I just decided to drown. Oh, and then the other part, like I told you guys, I'm horrified of heights. And I'm fine with heights, as long as I have control over it. And so I had to climb at the top of a 100-foot tower and jump off it into the water. And it literally took me like 30 minutes to jump. I really scared of heights. And like I said, the rappelling, that was easy. It was fun. I just don't want to jump off of something. I don't see the point. And as an MP anyway, it's not like I'm going to be, like, I was a baseline MP, which means, like, World War III could break out, and I'm still going to be where I was stationed. Like, I was a non-deployable unit. So as far as military life, I had it easy. But, moral of the story is, I was never going to do any of that anyway, so it didn't matter. And then they'd always ask me, because I was an MP, and they'd be like, well, what if you have to save someone's life? I'm like, I can tell them they need to swim to me, or I can shoot them. The choice is theirs. Alright guys, we are below 1,200 miles. We're heading down to Hobbs. I think we're going to have enough time. A little bit, probably... Little Bear will probably be back fairly soon. Probably got like an hour, I'm guessing.
How y'all getting along out there, Worgy?
Hey, what's up, man?
Sitting down here in the rest area, taking a break.
Is he going? What's he doing? Hey, 1 second, Plum. How often do you change your wiper? I like that. I know. I'd have to change it just about every day at the rate I go.
You ready to put some of this black, orange, and white on your truck?
Whoa! I'm good with Smith chucking for now. The other day, believe it or not, I actually turned the rain off for a second. I was playing single player though. I actually let the sun come out. I thought, wow, there's sun in this game. Who would have thought? Well, the trucks are coming out now, man. They're all over the damn place. Alright. Right now, I'm with Smith Trucking and the Flying High. Flying High Trucking. We're kind of trying to challenge each other. They're real close to us. We're pushing it though. You too, man. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Whoa. Yeah, take care. Yeah, they got about, I think they're at, let me think. They got about a 25,000 mile lead on us. We're going to try to push it on our days off, see if we can catch them. They know how to drive. Hidden Dog, what's going on, man? How you doing, dude? Most of the, I'm trying to push leaderboard. That's why I drive. Most of them are about realism. Oh, my knee feels like it's about to break. It's getting old. We're gonna try to deliver this load before Little Bear gets back. We got about 1,000, a little more than 1,000 miles closer to 1100. What's going on, man? How you doing, Mello? I lost a few spots this week. I was 5th, but everyone's trying to catch me now. Now I'm down to 10th, so I'm playing some catch up here. $7:30 a.m. Tired as hell, so back to sleep for me. I don't blame you, dude. Oh, nice. How's your iRacing? How'd that go? There's a lag spike. Just 1 second, let me get around these guys. They look a little... Sorry about that, man.
See you later, dude. Have a safe trip.
About ran that guy off the road there. Just 1 second, guys. I'll get caught up on chat here. Good. What the fuck road am I on? Oh, this might be where I'm hitting the 40. Did I miss a turn? Maybe I didn't. I might not have changed my DPS. Maybe I'm taking the long way around. Where are you going? Did the new button set up? I'm heading to Hobbs. Pretty sure. I'll check. But I don't know how I got on this road. I'm pretty sure I rerouted my GPS, but this seems like a different road. I'm not sure where I'm going. But I'm going down to Hobbs. I just don't know if I'm taking my normal route. I think I'm on the 15. I don't know. What, you're a little upset over the classes you have to race? What classes? Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened, but we're just gonna go with it. We have 981 miles. I'm thinking I clicked on the wrong highway at some point. Because this is definitely not the road I normally take. It might be routing me to the 40. Because now it's starting to say the 40 now. But it's definitely not my normal route that I take. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking I'm taking the 15, and it's probably gonna route me into the 40. I think I might be on the 40 right now. Actually, I just saw 40. Let's look. Alright, now back to our normal route. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if I made a turn or if I just fucked up the GPS, but we're back on our normal routine. From Hobbs to the Story, I normally take the 40 over to the 5, and I take the 56. I think it's from Hobbs. I take the 54 to the 40, to the 56 to the I-5, and then on up. There's a race every 2. Ooh, that sounds horrible, dude. And that's like the only time you can race? Like, you can't just like race whenever you want? And right now, guys, we're working on trying to beat Little Bear home. We got 920 miles, and she'll probably be home pretty soon. So and then when she does get home, I'm gonna grab something to eat. We'll probably be back in like 30 minutes to an hour once she does get here. Ah, okay, I got you. I think Little Bear might be here. I'm trying to hear if it's a car or not. We'll see. But right now, guys, we got about 900 miles. We're heading to Hobbs. Now, if anyone does want to do some loads with me when I get back, I will be taking off from Hobbs, assuming we make it down there. If not, then I'll finish this load, but I'll still, the next time I take off will be in Hobbs. What happened to your trucks? What do you mean? Oh, that's just tire damage, dude. I do a lot of, well, Astoria to Hobbs, Hobbs to Astoria, and a lot of times I'll go several loads without repairing. That's literally all tire damage right there. Yeah, I'll get up to a little over 20% in damage just off tires. But on multiplayer, in case anyone doesn't know, you can just hit Y to, put in chat, and then you can hit /fix, and it fixes your truck. That's all I ever do. I don't bother with going to the repair place. I figure that the amount of money I have anyway, it's just a waste of my time. It's not like it's gonna affect me. If you get to 100, what happens? I don't think you can reach 100 just off of tire damage. You might be able to. I've never really tried it. But when you do get to 100%, you'll have engine malfunctions. You'll be driving and your truck will just shut off. And you don't even have to get to 100%. I don't know what percentage it starts at, but at a certain percentage, your engine you'll be driving down the road and your engine just shuts off. And the worse you damage your truck, the more often that starts happening. And I think at 100%, I would assume your truck simply wouldn't go. Period. Oh, we're in Arizona. We just got 2 more states. And the plan again, guys, is once the little bear does return, after we eat, I'll come back. But I'm notorious for getting sleepy after I eat, so no promises. I have a bad tendency of after I eat, I just pass out. But the plan is still to return and do some more loads, but we shall see. The route I take takes you through all of them but Nevada. But it'd be quite easy to route it through Nevada. But the route I take, it keeps you on the highways. Nice straight highways where you can pretty much stay max speed. Get your loads done as quick as possible. That's the reason I mainly drive on these. Oh, man. And if we get this load done, I'm trying to think. I think I need 2, when I get back I need to do at least 2 more loads. I would like to do at least 3 more, but you know how that works. Oh, I see what you're saying. So that'd be a very long route. And that'd be a lot of miles, though. Oh, that's a lot more than 2,000, dude. You'd probably, to do that, like if you're literally gonna outline each state, you're probably looking at probably like 4,000 to 8,000, I would guess. All right, man. Sounds good. Now you are, as far as joining Smith Trucking, you are 21 or older, right? And then the next question is, do you think you can do 10,000 miles a month? Woo. On what part? And we did finally get, I think I told you this yesterday, but we finally ordered Little Bear her G29. And she decided she's not going to get the heavy hauler control box, but I'm still going to grab the control box. That's no problem, man. Yeah, you can still ride with us on all that stuff if you'd like. You can even jump in Discord. And they have made exceptions. We get to know you. You know, like I said, there are people that are younger than that in the company. So the biggest one, I mean, we're just looking for maturity. And the 10,000 miles a month, a big one as well. Those are really the two big ones. Well, we're on the home stretch, guys. We just went in 600 miles, and I'm hoping we beat Little Bear. If I get to Hobbs on this load, I know she's getting close. So after this load, we're gonna end the stream for a little bit. I'm gonna grab a bite to eat. Plan is to return, but I am notorious after I eat for falling asleep. So I'm not making any promises, but I am gonna try to come back and do at least another 1 or 2 loads. Oh, this week's gotta been rough on me. I'm hoping once I get back, Godspeed might be on, might be able to do a few loads with him. And Smith might even drop by. It's getting close to time for them to get off work. I think they both get off about 5 p.m. and it should be right at about 5 p.m. over there. Oh, excuse me. But right now, guys, we are going to Hobbs. Once we get there, we're gonna end the stream so I can go eat. And when I get back, we'll be taking back off from Hobbs. So if anyone would like to ride with me, you can meet me in Hobbs. And we'll be going up to Astoria. And you can easily get a matching load by using like something like Dispatch through Truck Books or virtual Speditor. It allows you to basically pick where you're picking the load up from and where you want to take it to. Really handy for convoys. That's what my VTC uses, as well as myself and Little Bear when we're running together. Oh man. I am quite tired. Well, we finally entering New Mexico, guys. So we're on the downhill stretch here. And also, guys, Little Bear won't be streaming for a little bit. She has a really badly infected tooth. And she did do one load with me yesterday. You guys might have heard her. But she's in a pretty good amount of pain. We have an appointment on Wednesday. I'm hoping they pull it, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. Well, not necessarily even pull it. I just hope they do whatever they need to fix it. But right now we're assuming that tooth might need to get pulled. And they might have to give her antibiotics for a week or two. And if that's the case, then it'll probably be about a week or two before you guys will really see Little Bear much. And obviously I might be a little inconsistent myself. Just because, you know, taking care of our son and everything, so. It looked like he's trying to say something, but nothing came through. And also, when we do get back, guys, Little Bear might join us. But again, just like I was saying, it's a big might. She is in a lot of pain, but hopefully she'll at least get on Discord, maybe you know, do a little talking. But her mouth is really hurting. It's really hard for her to talk much. What's going on, man? How you doing? Just running down a load to Hobbs, New Mexico. And once we get down to Hobbs, guys, that's going to be the end for the stream for now. I'm going to grab a bite to eat, and then I shall return. After we get done eating Little Bear, myself and Mike. Little Bear is a maybe, but I'm gonna try to do at least another 2 loads after I eat. Wore me out. I'm glad. I have another 2 days, and then Friday we're planning on doing we did a 24-hour stream last Friday, and we're gonna try to do instead of doing a time like that, like 24 hours, we're gonna do a stream for 20,000 miles. And if it goes smoothly and it doesn't take too awful long, we'll probably start doing that every Friday. But I think we can get it done in probably like 16, 17 hours. Last time I just fell short at 22,000 miles, and I ended the stream at about 22 hours. But that was with a lot of holdups. Alright, now we're going through Albuquerque, guys. We're just about there. We should be getting on, I think it's the 50, not quite close enough to see that yet. It's like the 54, I believe, if I remember right. And the 54 leads straight into Hobbs. wish we could use mods in single player. There are a few mods, but they got some really nice looking rain mods that I wish we could use, but we can't. I might actually look around and see if there's one that's compatible, but I don't think. I think you pretty much have to use textures that's already in the game. I don't think most like weather mods, stuff like that, will actually work. I think most of the mods that are available on multiplayer are stuff that just modifies the truck very slightly. Like the W900 Kenworth that I'm using right now. I have it modded where I can use the big cab with the 300-gallon tank. Like you have to use assets that's already available in the base game. So it doesn't really add anything new, it just modifies it ever so slightly. Well, it should be coming up on the 54. Yep, there it is. And once we dig at the Hobbs, guys, we'll just be dropping the trailer, and that will be the end of the stream. And Little Bear should be back in the second now, I think. I think I'll pull over and see where Little Bear's at. Just so I can get a good idea on if, once we do get there, if I can continue on or if I should end it there or what have you. Just give me 1 second here, guys. All right. Oh, there she is. Alright, Little Bear's just about at our house. About halfway here. So I'm hoping we can at least get to Hobbs. But I'm not sure if we'll even be able to reach that. We should be able to with no problems here. And once again, guys, once we do end the stream here, I'm gonna grab a bite to eat. Probably gone for like 30 minutes, an hour. The plan is to return, but I am notorious for after I eat going to sleep. But I am planning on coming back and trying to do at least 1 or 2 more loads. But I always like to give that little disclaimer because often I just end up falling asleep. That dude about hit me. Where the fuck are all these trucks coming from? Wow, traffic got busy up in there quick. Now we should be good on gas, but let's double check. Yeah, we'll have about 200 miles once we get there. It was a little hard to set up. Wondering how hard it will be to set up G29 on PC. Not really, dude. The wheel pretty much sets itself up. The only thing, so you didn't get the shifter, so you'll have the pedals. The buttons on the wheel will pretty much be all you have to set up. If you just go through the wizard, it pretty much does it for you. Yeah, you just select what kind of wheel you have. Like when you plug it in, it will most likely give you an option for the G29 wheel, and it already has default settings for it. And like as far as the wheel, like being able to turn the truck, gas, brake, clutch, like all that you'll pretty much want to keep the same. The only thing you'll have to worry about is what you want to keybind to the buttons on your wheel. And they have defaults for those as well, but I change all those. And then once I don't know if you have multiple profiles or not, but if you do, you just set up the wheel on one of them, and then go underneath your profile and go underneath the controls file, and you copy and paste that into your other profiles, and then you won't have to go through that. You just have to do it once. So you go under one profile, get the controls folder, copy and paste, and then you paste that into the controls folder in your other profiles. If that makes sense. But no, pretty much it's pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot to it. And if you ever do get the clutch, it's pretty much the same. Or I said clutch, shifter. The only thing you have to do on it is if it comes with buttons, you'll have to keybind the buttons somewhere. But as far as being able to use the clutch and all that, it's pretty much straightforward as well. With my clutch, I did have to go with the 8 shifter, and then I use I have it set up as a splitter, so I have a toggle button that switches between the 2 sets of gears. Hey, what's up, motherfucker? How you doing, man? Well, I got 2 of you guys in here. We're about to hit Hobbs here in a second. Tell him I said hello. How you guys doing? We're getting down to Hobbs, and then I'll probably end the stream for like 30 minutes. Gonna grab something to eat. Well, you guys been putting some miles down. OTR has. I think you guys are like 600,000 miles or some shit. You're all good, dude. I was like, what do you mean? Didn't you just tell him hello? Isn't that the way this works? No, you're all good, dude. Did you get Little Bear's William yet? Not yet. It'll probably sometime next week when we get it in. Yeah, Little Bear got the G29, and then I'm gonna get the heavy hauler. She didn't want the heavy hauler. I think once she sees it, she's gonna want it, but she didn't want it. And I was gonna get the extension, but I decided to wait on it. I think I'd like to get a better shifter that's made mostly of metal. So I don't, because I've heard that the Logitechs will sometimes screw up. I'd like to get a better shifter, and then I'll stick it on it. If you look up a heavy hauler control box, it's a control, like basically it has an ignition, it has like an actual CB on the side of it. It has toggle switches for your wipers. It has knobs for your air brakes. I mean, it looks like the inside of a truck, kinda. So it just adds a little extra realism to it. They're kind of pricey. They're like $250 to $300 with a 2-month wait. But they're nice, dude. They really are nice. You can even get them with like, you can get them like you can get them made of solid metal. You can get them with lights around the gauges and stuff. Like it's really badass. I've been trying to find an actual shifter, like an actual semi, like one that mounts and would be on the ground, like an actual semi shifter. But I haven't been able to find one. I found people that's like made their own, but I'm not that crafty. Here, 1 second, and I will be able to tell you. Yep, that's it. Here, one sec. There's another site that has more. Here, 1 second. If you go to this site right here, that shows you all the various, like, different options you can get and stuff like that. Like, there's like tons of different looking ones and stuff. Ah. Why would you not go into gear? There. Oh, I'm in high, that's why. And for some reason, started yesterday, and I'm not able, for some reason, because I normally do display capture on Streamlabs, but I haven't been able to do that since yesterday. Yesterday, as soon as I launched ATS, my screen just goes black in Streamlabs, and it won't capture nothing, so I've been actually having to do the game capture, which I don't really like. But they did an update today. I think they're trying to fix it, but it didn't fix it for me. I might try to restart my computer after I get done eating. See if maybe a restart fixes my problem. And I'm hoping when we return that Little Bear might do a few loads, but her tooth got infected, so she may or may not. She's questionable. Yesterday I was playing Coast to Coast. This is single player. I actually found a mod that makes the rain, it makes it harder to see out your window, like it's more realistic. Like there'll be parts where it's like heavy rain and you can hardly see out your windshield. It's kind of nice. I wish we could use rain mods on multiplayer, but you can't. There's a lot of mods that look a lot better than the in-game rain. Or the engine sound mod, because the engine sounds in the game really don't sound that great. There's some mods that do a much better job at simulating what an actual truck sounds like. Whoa! I took that a little quick. Alright guys, here we are. Hey, what's going on, AK? How you doing? Well guys, I'm gonna have to park this when I return. Little Bear literally just got here, so I'm gonna have to just park it right here, and I'll finish my parking job when I get back. But I will be back in about like 30 minutes to an hour, assuming I don't fall asleep. And we're gonna do another 1 to 2 more loads after this one. But everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll catch everyone later.